Now, the number 11 bus seems to have a very special place in the hearts of people right across Birmingham. For some, the 11 was and still is far more than just a way of getting from A to B. So what makes this particular bus route so very special? Well, we asked Phil Upton to find out.
When I was a kid growing up, my sole ambition in life was to be a bus driver. And if you're a bus driver in Birmingham, there's only one route you want to drive: the city's most iconic bus route, the number 11 Outer Circle. Brummies have been jumping on and off this bus since the 1920s, and it's worked its way into many people's hearts. It's a bus route with a personality all of its own. Having squandered hours, days and years of my life on this bus, today I'm going to meet some of the people behind it. Now, before every 11 leaves the depot, it's got to have a once-over. Cleaner Janet has agreed to let me help. All right, Janet.
Morning, Phil.
You okay?
Yeah, you come to give us a hand.
I have. What do I need?
Good. You need a pair of gloves.
Oh, this is what we need here,
and
isn't
you
it?
need your cleaning cloth.
Proper gloves. OK.
There you go.
So, how long have you been doing this, Janet?
20 years.
20 years? Bet you've seen some things on these buses, haven't you?
Oh, a few.
What's the worst thing you've seen in all your years of cleaning the number 11 bus?
False teeth.
False teeth?
False limbs.
Really?
Yeah, there's loads of things like you wouldn't get your breath.
I think I've done that one there. There. What do you think?
I might give you a job.
Really?
I might.
Great.
I just might.
The Acox Green Bus Depot is the home of the number 11. It's a thriving hub which was actually opened for the iconic Birmingham bus in 1928, and it's been sending them out ever since. Right, James?
Morning, Phil.
At any one time, there's 21 number 11s on the road, and usually driving one of them is James Brown. For over 45 years he's been on the buses, always doing the same route, and he wouldn't change it for the world. So as a boy growing up, all I ever wanted to do was this. What do you get out of being a bus driver?
A few things, really. It's just nice to be out there with the people, and it's nice to be driving the bus and picking up all the passengers. When I first come on it and I was conducting, I thought, oh, it was a lovely job. It was a beautiful job. No, I wouldn't do any other job now.
Can I have a go?
You can have a go.
Can I?
Yes.
Turns out James is only teasing, and I've no chance of getting anywhere near the wheel. So, this bus route is rumoured to be one of the longest in Europe. It's probably an urban myth, but what we know for certain is that 50,000 people a day use it. It takes a phenomenal 2.5 hours to do the complete circumnavigation and has 266 stops on it. For some Brummies, the number 11 isn't just a way of getting about. It was a day out, and good or bad, everyone's got an opinion on it.
They're never on time, they're always late. They're like bananas, they come in bunches.
How many years have you been riding on this route?
I'd like to say over 60 years.
But how did it all start? Why did Birmingham need a bus to connect its suburbs? We're about to pick up a man who has all the answers. Ian Jelf is a blue badge guide who makes a living out of taking people on the number 11 bus. So Ian, we're on the number 11. What's the history of this bus route?
Well, the history goes back actually to the 1920s, and at that time most of the public transport in Birmingham was provided by the electric tramway service, most of which ran along the main roads out of the city, so it's like the rays of a star, if you like, which is fine if you're going in and out of town. But if you want to make journeys between the suburbs, you have to go into town and out again. And so the department, which ran all the public transport in Birmingham in those days, came up with this idea of having a bus service which linked the outer ends of all the tramways in what became known as the Outer Circle, so it speeded up all these cross-suburban journeys. And nobody thought it would be a very busy route, and everyone was rather taken by surprise when it became incredibly popular, not least because people started going all the way around it for a bit of a tour of Birmingham, for a bit of joyriding.
So is it an interesting route, Ian?
Well, all you really have to do is look out of the window. You're travelling over what looks like an ordinary underpass down there. That was actually the first underpass built anywhere in Britain outside London on the A34. every street corner, every little road has got some sort of story, and you see an awful lot of them from the 11.
Appreciate it, James. Thanks very much, mate. See you soon. All right, no worries.
Bye.
My next stop is Aston Transport Museum. It used to be Whitton Tram Depot, but today it's full of beautiful old buses and cars. But it's the hidden gem at the back I've come to see. One of the original number 11s, almost back to its former glory. Rob.
Hello there.
Nice to meet you.
And you, how are you?
Look at this. This is beautiful.
Yeah, come and have a look.
OK, thank you. Rob Hanford bought this bus when he was just 16. It sat on his parents' drive for many years until he persuaded a group of fellow enthusiasts to buy shares. And now they're restoring it together whenever they have a spare minute. I believe you've actually got a little job for me to do, is that right?
Yes, you want to come and have a look?
Yeah. This is massive.
Yes, mind your toes.
Oh, we're actually going to put this on now?
Yep, we will.
OK.
Yeah, OK.
How can I help?
Well, I shall line it up and get it on the wheel studs, and then you can hand me the wheel nuts. And
how many man-hours have you personally put into getting this bus restored?
Oh, I dread to think. Thousands.
Really?
Yeah.
OK.
And in last year, I added it up, and it was nearly 1,000 hours. So it's been a huge, huge job.
It's a proper labour of love, then.
It is, yes. Well, I actually, you know, I get a lot of pleasure out of it. Otherwise, I'd be mad to be here, wouldn't I, really?
Meeting Rob and seeing the love and dedication he's put into his bus has been fantastic. Time's pressing on. Got people to meet, buses to catch. Hiya, mate. You all right? Appreciate it. Thank you. I don't know about you, but my worst nightmare is when someone comes and sits down next to you on the bus, complete stranger, starts talking to you. Lot of history around here.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, Tony Hancock apparently was only born over there.
I know what?
Tony Hancock, comedian, born over there apparently.
I don't know.
Okay. My stop. Gotta go. All right.
Okay. Okay.
Barbara Cartland was born just over there. Because of the bus's reputation, people have used it for all sorts of weird and wonderful things. There's one group who travelled it 24 hours non-stop, bell ringers have performed on it, novels have been written about it, and now it even has its own calendar, courtesy of Kevin Beresford. A calendar, Kevin. A lot of people wonder why the number 11 deserves a whole calendar to itself.
Well, it got off to a negative start because I was stuck behind the number 11 bus during the rush hour, and I thought, oh dear, but then I thought, I'm going to make a calendar of this bus route. I thought, well, turn a negative into a positive. But what I couldn't believe is how many people from all around the world buy this calendar, and indeed all around England. It's not just Birmingham people, Brummies that like this thing. It's all over.
Why is the number 11 such an iconic route for Birmingham?
I think for Brummies, this route touches everyone's lives. I don't think you're a true Brummie unless you've ridden the Outer Circle 11. Everyone I know has used this route, and it's gone on for generations.
So that's it. I've completed my journey on the Outer Circle, but it's not the end of my day. I haven't quite yet fulfilled my childhood dream. Well, I know it's not quite driving, but it feels great to be behind the wheel.
Well, you can let us know your thoughts on any of tonight's stories on our Facebook page. That's facebook.com/BBC Inside Out.